I have some random reviews for you. Ah, the cheese eater Max. I have some random reviews for you. I've been trying a bunch of things as usual, and these are things that are kind of mismatch of things I've been trying that I wanted to just tell you about in a random disorderly fashion, right? Yes, randomly disorderly fashion. Sorry I'm over here. The lighting, I wanted to tape this video and the lighting, it's super early in the morning and the light is kind of crazy in front of the window, so I thought I'd tape here. First, I'm going to start with this foundation that I have on my skin that I love. Black Up was nice enough to send me a bunch of products, and I have to say, I've liked most of them. This is the Mattifying Fluid Foundation, and I'm kind of in love with it. I've been using this quite a bit. It's a really, really great foundation. This is number 11, so that's my shade, number 11, and I'm usually a MAC NC50 or so, and it has a pump, which is good. It says mattifying, so I was like, ooh, let's see here, mattifying. It is. It really, really is. I have to powder less with this, which I always enjoy. And if I use a mattifying primer under it, I really notice a difference. Like, I don't have to touch up all day, which is great. But I'll remind you, right now it is winter, so we'll see what happens. I'll have to give you an update when the hot weather, spring and summer hits. But I really like this so far. It's a really, really good foundation color match for me. I'll swatch it for you real quick. It's a great color match for me, and so there it is, right there on the bottom. Sorry again about the lighting over here, but if I don't tape videos when I get the time, they'll never go up. So yeah, this is by Black Up, and I love it. How big is this? It says paraben-free, oil-free, and fragrance-free, and it's 1 fluid ounce. So another foundation that I've really been loving, that I gave a chance, that I wasn't sure would be right for me, but it actually is CoverGirl's Ready Set Gorgeous. I have the shade 315. It's called Tawny. This is a great little foundation. I've been enjoying it and switching it off with my Maybelline Matte and Poreless. So it's really good. I've been switching up between these. These two are like my weekday foundations, you know, kind of everyday foundations. Then on the weekend I use the fancy stuff, you know, some Marc Jacobs or something like that. But yeah, these are my go-to week foundations, but I really am surprised about how much I love the Ready Set Gorgeous, and the best way for me to apply it, like, I don't like it, you know, some foundations it's all about at least for me anyway, and I'm crazy, it's all about like figuring out the best way to apply them. Like, is it a brush? Is it your fingers? Is it a beauty blender? And for this one, I love the beauty blender. This is my dirty beauty blender that I used today with this foundation, so just so you know what's up. But yeah, a beauty blender really is what I like to use before I drop it, is what I like to use this CoverGirl with. So really decent foundation and very inexpensive at the drugstore, so very good. Now this is a mascara that I've been wanting to try forever. I've heard good things, and I must say, one of my favorite things is buying a high-end $30 mascara and letting you know it's not worth it, that the drugstore is better. But with this one, my favorite of all time high-end mascara is Armani Eyes to Kill. That is my end-all be-all, the one I've repurchased the most. And the others, high-end, have kind of paled in comparison. I love Dior Overcurl. That's a great one. That's the only other one besides Armani Eyes to Kill I've purchased several times. This Guerlain Maxi Lash, pretty darn good, darn it. It's pretty good. Let me show you the wand. One of the things that makes this really good is, I'm a volume girl, not so much length. I love volume on my lashes. One of the things that makes this pretty good is you can just build and build, and it all of a sudden brings out lashes that you never knew you had. Like, all of a sudden you're like, you're going 1, 2, and then you hit like with number 3 and you're like, is there another row of lashes there? It's just amazing. All of a sudden it looks like you've got a falsy kind of effect. So I do really like it. So I've been enjoying it. And by the time I get to the end of the tube, I think I'm going to decide that I would repurchase. But again, this is Maxi Lash, and I have it in black. I hope it's called Maxi Lash. I thought that's the name. It's not on the bottom though. All right, this, I had a lot of requests to check this out, and I gotta say, I gave it a really, really good try, but I just don't like it as much as I thought I would. It's okay, but I'm blog sailing it, if that tells you anything. It's just not the foundation for me. There are other things that are way better fit for me out there. This is Dior's Star Foundation. And the bottle is gorgeous. It creates havoc when you're trying to show it on camera though. This is the number 60. That's my color. And this is, again, Dior Star. And it's supposed to be a, you know, a brightening foundation. So I was kind of excited to use it this winter. It's just not the right fit for my skin type, really. Even with the mattifying primer, I do have to touch up a little more than I would like. The color match is good. I'll swatch it right there. It's the one right above, so right there. The color match is decent. It is super brightening. I just don't like it. And for a high-end foundation, you've got to love it. I love that it has a pump. I've got to really, really love it to keep it, you know, and you know, keep it in my my stash. So if you have normal skin, I think this is going to be a much better fit for you. So if you have normal skin, it might be a better fit for you. Some combination people like me are going to like it, and they're just not as oily as I get in my T-zone. So something I would say get a sample of before you invest in. I do like that it has a nice finish and it looks beautiful on the skin. It looks, my favorite way to apply that one was with either brush or the Beauty Blender. The Beauty Blender really turned it out though. That really turned it out. That turns out most foundations. You can get a very bad looking foundation to look amazing with the Beauty Blender. That's my theory. And I've seen it many, many times, because sometimes a foundation will look really, really good to me if I try it with the Beauty Blender first. Then I'm like, let me go with the brush and see. And then I see the action. Anyway, this I was asked to try by quite a few people, and I did want to try it. This is the Beauty Blender Solid, and this is the cleanser that you can use with brushes, of course, because it says makeup sponge and brush cleanser. I loved it for cleansing the Beauty Blender, not so much with brushes though, because you can use a lot of it. Now it looks kind of crustier on the sides, I'm sorry, but it's basically soap in a container, you know, a special soap, but in a container. So what I would do with my Beauty Blender, this is my dirty one, is wet it and then, you know, move it all around in here, and it really takes off the makeup very, very, very quickly. It does take the makeup off of brushes very, very quickly as well, but I'm just going to reserve this for cleaning my Beauty Blender because I would use it up so quickly with cleaning my brushes, and it's like, what? I feel like it's $15. So I'm just going to use it with my Beauty Blender. That way I can stretch it and make it last. Next up, some more Black Up products. They sent me some shadows. These are gorgeous. This is number 4. These are single shadows. And just look at the colors. I have 2 to show you. The colors are gorgeous. Ooh, it's hard to open them though. So this is number 4. And I'll show, well, I should have done a swatch with the hand. I'm gonna, yeah. A little discombobulated over here, but that is just a beautiful gold. It's a beautiful gold. You know I'm crazy about gold, so I enjoyed wearing that. And the other one is number 3. So 3 and 4 I got here, but 3 is more of a little bit of a cranberry kind of a shade. It's gorgeous. So that, like, look at that. That, oh my God. So really, really, really pretty. Those two are right there on top. Really, really nice shades. I loved mixing them. They reminded me a couple of a couple MAC shades that I really, really like. The other thing that I got from them that and again, the Black Up products were sent to me. The other thing that I got from them that was gorgeous is a blush. This is blush number 7. And it's a really, really kind of a bright red, but it reminds me of NARS Exhibit A, like all bright reds do. But one of the things you can do is with a very light hand, it looks very, very natural. And I mean a really light hand. So there it is right there. And again, that's blush number 7. And there's my swatch of it right there. So really, really pretty color. It isn't so crazy pigmented though that you know, are gonna look like a clown. Just use a light hand. Okay, this I tried and I was so disappointed. This is by Revlon, and it is their Photo Ready Prime in Anti-Shine. It comes, sorry, mine is so disgusting looking, but of course I used it. So it comes with a little spongy kind of a thing, and this I just found no use for. It wasn't any good before. It says it's clear and transparent. On my skin tone, not so much. On a deeper skin tone, not so. Maybe Halle Berry, but you know, because she's a Revlon girl, but yeah, it really was no good before. Didn't help me anyway, but if I used it before applying foundation and product, and afterward wasn't that great either. Afterward, it left a color behind, a light ghostly kind of a color behind if I used it after the product. So I was hoping, okay, if it doesn't work before I put on foundation, will it work after? No, it didn't. So that was a disappointment. This, on the other hand, was a great drugstore product. This is the Milani Supreme Kohl Kajal Liner. They sent me this with a bunch of their spring products that came out, and it's called Blackest Black. I thought the packaging was kind of neat, and I do like Kajal liners usually. I hope I'm saying that right. This is amazing. Oh, if you are looking for super jet black eyeliner, you've got to check this out. Okay, I'm gonna make a line with this, and then you will see. It is just a super duper beautiful Egyptian black. I just made that up. But yeah, it is the blackest black, and it's just gorgeous around the eyes. I just would put it all around and just like smoke it out a little, use maybe a little bit of black eyeshadow. Oh my gosh, really, really gorgeous. So check this out. The packaging is pretty cool, and I think it's gonna make it easy for you to remember the gold packaging, but it's a really good product. Another thing that I tried that I was asked to try from e.l.f. This is their HD Mattifying Balm, and I gotta say, it's okay. It's not great. Again, sorry, it looks disgusting, but I did use it. This is really inexpensive. I think it was like, what was it, 8 or something like that, 6 or 8, and you get a sponge in the bottom, and then there's the product. I will rate it along with other products just to let you know how I like it. Okay. My favorite #1 is Mally's Face Defender. I really like a very, very close second. One that I have in my purse right now that I think is a better buy financially than the Mally is Stila's product. Stila makes a mattifying product. It's $30 and it's cheaper than Mally, and it's just as good. I carry that in my purse every day and use it. Then there's Maybelline made one of these kind of balms, and who else has one? There's another drugstore one. But yeah, this is right around, I think it's better than the Maybelline. It has a nice texture. It is balmy, but it doesn't leave the color behind that like the Revlon product does. So that makes it great. It does mattify me, and it really does a decent job. So if you don't want a $30 product, I would say the one to go for, it's the one to go for in the drugstore category, I would say, this e.l.f. HD Mattifying Balm. So not as great. It's a little, I think the reason, let me try to clarify for you. The reason that I think it's not as great as Mally is because it's more of like a balm. It has this texture to it that it's movable, and it moves and everything like that. It's almost like a EOS lip balm. In that, you know, it moves and everything like that. With the Mally product is solid. Mally and Stila, it's solid. So you're putting your puff into a solid product and putting that on your face. Whereas this is kind of like, it is a balm, like it says, which isn't a bad thing. It says it's a balm, but I found that to be a little bit more movement on my face than I liked. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Sorry, it's so hard for me to explain myself sometimes. All right, this I got from one of you guys. Thank you so much. You sent a bunch of Lisa Watier products, and I love this gloss. This is the signature gloss, and this is one of those glosses that is so cool because it has a mirror on the side and it lights up. Can you see the light? Oh, yeah, there it is. I'm sorry. I'm looking in the viewfinder, not knowing right. So you got the light and everything like that, but this is just a beautiful, gorgeous pink, and I love her. I love her. So I really enjoyed the Lisa Watier products. Hopefully I'm saying the name right. It's like my perfect nudie pink. I am obsessed with that type of color now. It's kind of what I wear like on a daily basis. But yeah, it goes right with this. It's just really, really good. But the liner, oh my gosh, the black liner is really good. And what else? The eye pencil, really, really good. Eyeshadow pencil, it's like black and it had different, I did it in a haul a while ago. It's just gorgeous. Really, really good. Now this I'm returning to Sephora. This is, I was so excited about this and I can't say the name. It's Estee Lauder and the line, is it Courageous? I don't know. Courageous? I have the highlight, or the other powder like highlight. I'm gonna try that out in the chopping block, the next one. And this I ordered as well, and I tried this first because I was so unsure about it and I wanted to see whether it was worth keeping. It's the Iridescent Ball Highlighter. I got this from Sephora and they sold out so quickly. I found out on Trend Mood about it and I was like, oh, that site is the devil for me. I love it, but I hate it because it makes me buy things. But anyway, it's like in a balm thing, and I thought in the pictures, I thought this would be bigger, but it's a highlighter, but it's like really kind of useless. It's, I keep digging into it hoping I'll get the highlighting color I'm looking for, but it's just a little too light for my skin tone. It might work on somebody of a fairer skin tone, but it just like doesn't show up on me, and it's just, I don't like the texture of it either. So there it is right there. It has a highlighting effect, but just not the color that I want. And it almost, like on my finger, it looks like a lip balm. Like, yeah, it doesn't have the highlighting effect that I want on my face. And I just don't like that it's a little too wet. A little too wet. So that's going back to Sephora. I think that was 20-something bucks. So I'll have to send that back. And did you follow, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw my post earlier this week about the next Sephora sale. It's in April, and I have the dates there on my Instagram. So check my Instagram out. I have the dates because there's different sale dates depending on if you're a VIB or BI. It's 15% this year. I wish it was 20. But yeah, excited about that. Oh, my loves list is crazy. So anyway, this I tried at the Laura Mercier counter. I wanted to try this. I was talking to the girl about this, and she was really nice. It's the Eye Basics, and it's in tawny. And basically what this is, if you ask me, is a higher end version of the Bare Minerals 5-in-1, that BB cream that you can put on your, is it a BB cream? 5-in-1 BB. I don't know if they call it a cream, but it's an eyelid thing for your eyelids with color, and it's supposed to be a primer and color. This is a higher end version, but I gotta tell you, I love the Bare Minerals better. This is tawny, so it kind of matches my eyelids, and it's a really decent color, but I find the consistency to be a little bit off to me. It's a little too creamy and thick. So there it is right there. So I definitely like the Bare Minerals product a lot better. A lot better. But yeah, this is Laura Mercier's tawny, and I forgot my receipt. I don't have my receipt. I would return it, but I don't have my receipt anymore, and I bought it a while ago. So I'll just work with it where I can. The last product is from Black Up, and they came out with something I thought was so neat. They have a whole line of perfect nude lip balms, and I love them. They're different shades. They gave me 3 different shades, and they're really, really pretty. I have number 6, number 2, and number 4. Now, I'll start with number 2 because number 2 is the lightest one, and these are just like the perfect, and they say it on the back, ultra glossy lip balm, moisturizing lip care. And these are just the slap it on kind of things I love, that you can just slap on every day without a mirror, that kind of a thing. And let me just show you the applicator. It's like a clear applicator, and it's really neat. I read the packaging information and the advertising on this, and it's just so really cool. So you push this, and it's mixed with, you get the color and the moisturizing product, and they're mixed. You know, they come out of the tube from 2 different areas, and then they mix in the top. So you can see that's what they look like mixed. Ooh, over here. So you can see the white part. That's where that's the moisturizing product, and then the color comes out. So this is the lightest one, which I think a lot of people would like. That is number 2. Of course, the deeper one is going to be the last one I go to, but let me show you number 4, the Ultra Glossy. I think these are so moisturizing, and they feel really, really good. Now this one is a little different. It's a little deeper, number 4. I think I wore this the most. The one in the middle is the one I wore the most. So this is number 4 right there. And it's just a really, really nice nude. Whereas you see that that Lisa Wattier pink is a pinky nude. This is just a nude, and it looks gorgeous against deeper skin. The number 6 is the deepest one, and this is more of like a berry. So it's kind of like, I guess, a berry nude, but it's deep. So let me show you this one. This one is really, really pretty, and it's nice and deep. Oh, so deep it'll put your butt to sleep. Yeah, I said it. So it's right there. So it's more of a wine than a nude to me, but I love it regardless. Very good evening out color. And again, those are super moisturizing, so they're nice. All right, guys, I'm all swatched up, and thank you so much for taking some time to take a look at some reviews. And I will talk to you very soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.